Welcome back, beer tubers. Ryan here, back with another episode of San Diego Beer Vlog. Thanks for joining me. We're looking at a new release from Karl Strauss. This is a beer they brewed for the guy that they named the brewery after, Karl Strauss. And I'm reviewing this a day before the anniversary of what would have been his 100th birthday. So this is Karl Strauss Amber. I tried to research it. They don't specifically say that this is a lager or if it's an ale. I want to say it's a lager, but because they mention it being lager-like on the website, using a Munich malt, some caramel malt, and they mentioned using a little bit of Cascade hops to finish the beer off. It's a nice low 4.5% beer. I'm not a huge fan of amber, so we'll see how this one goes. But I got it in the my German mug. Pours out very, very, very clear. Just a nice, I mean, it looks like a caramel colored beer. It's definitely amber in color. I mean, it's spot up amber. But the head on there is just a slight yellow tinged, not bright white, definitely more of an off-white character. Some nice carbonation coming up. So let's get the aroma. Wow, huge toasty, bready caramel notes, big time, no question. Wow, it smells like fresh grain when you're brewing. You get that nice bready character, biscuit-like notes. Yeah, it smells like you're mashing in if you've ever brewed. You get that aroma. A little bit of a fruitiness in there, just kind of a generic fruit character. But overwhelmingly, on the malt side, not really picking up much hop. So let's dig in. Cheers. That's nice, clean, easy drinking stuff. Follows the nose really, really well. You're just getting that monster bready biscuit notes. The caramel's in there. It's a really nice rounded caramel. It's not overly sweet. It's got a nice mouthfeel to the beer for 4.5%. It doesn't drink really thin, which is nice. It has some body to it, but it's still medium light mouthfeel to it. Pretty easy drinking stuff. 4.5%. Can certainly session a beer like this. Up front, I get like a nice touch of bitterness. That hits me first. Then it goes into the just all malt character. Bready notes are apparent, that biscuit bread character up front. Midway through, the caramel comes through, lends a lot of sweetness to it. The breadiness is sort of on the sweet side too. The nice part is it finishes out dry. It's not a very hoppy beer. You get a little bit of hop character on the end, a little bit like a floral earthy note. There's a little bit of a darker fruit character in there, sort of something like a raisin fig character. The malt character is just fantastic. It has that toasty, bready, biscuity note. It just nails it. It's really fresh right now. This is definitely a beer you want to drink fresh. You can get this great malt character while it's still there before the hops fade. 4.5%. Not bad. It's definitely better than I expected. I'm still not sure if it's a lager now because I get a little bit of maybe like a fruity ester note on there. But that could be coming from a lager strain potentially. Not all lager strains are super clean, but I'm not getting any like sulfur notes or any of that because Karl Strauss also does an amber lager, so I don't know if this is like trying to use one of those yeasts that are between ale and lager. I don't know. Pretty surprised by this. I'm gonna go B. It's a pretty solid beer. 4.5%. You can session this. If you're a fan of malty beers, I think you'll really enjoy this one. If you're not big on the hops, this is something I know a lot of people that are not a big fan of hoppy beers that would love this beer. And plus it's 4.5%, so it's pretty drinkable. So thanks to Karl Strauss for sending this one out to me. It's going to wrap it up. Until next time, please comment and subscribe. Cheers.